The ocean was quiet, almost too quiet. From space, Earth looked calm and peaceful, but deep below the waves, something was stirring, something that had been hidden for millions of years. Humanity had explored the stars, sent probes to distant planets, and discovered alien signals, but no one had ever imagined what was buried beneath their own oceans. It all began when Dr. Elena Vargas, one of Earth's top astrophysicists, noticed a strange pattern in the data from a new deep space telescope. The signal was weak at first, like a whisper, but it was clearly artificial. It was not a natural phenomenon, not a star, not a black hole. It was deliberate. Someone, or something, had sent a message, and the coordinates pointed to the middle of the Pacific Ocean. The world watched as the news spread. Governments and space agencies scrambled to send a research team. They chose the best scientists, engineers, and astronauts humanity had. Among them was Captain Rajan Malik, a seasoned astronaut with years of experience in deep space missions. He had seen strange things before, but even he could not prepare for what lay beneath the ocean. The expedition ship, Odyssey, cut through the waves under the bright sunlight. The crew felt excitement mixed with fear. They knew this mission could change everything. The deeper they went, the more unusual readings they received. The ocean floor was warmer than expected, with strong magnetic fields that interfered with their instruments. It was as if something enormous and powerful slept just below the sand. When the submersible drones finally reached the coordinates, the crew held their breath. On the screens, a shadow appeared, larger than any ship humanity had ever built. It was metallic, but ancient, covered in layers of corrosion. The shapes were unmistakable, warships, enormous, silent, and still. But these ships were not like modern human vessels. They were bigger than any aircraft carrier, with designs that no living engineer could explain. They were older than human history itself, older than any known empire. Dr. Vargas stared at the screen. These ships, they are not recent. They must be millions of years old, she whispered. Her voice trembled with awe and fear. How could humanity build something like this, and why did we forget? Captain Malik nodded, feeling a chill. We need to investigate carefully. There could be dangers. We don't know what's inside. The team decided to deploy the exploration pods. Slowly, the pods approached the largest ship. Its hull was engraved with strange symbols, patterns that seemed to shift in the faint light. The pod cameras captured every angle, but no one could recognize the language. And then, they saw it. Etched near the massive entrance of the warship were words in plain English, simple and clear. Do not awaken what sleeps. Silence fell over the control room. Every crew member stared at the screen, hearts pounding. The message was a warning, but from whom? And why was it in a language humans could understand? Despite the warning, curiosity won. The team had come too far to turn back. They carefully sent the robotic arms of the pod to tap on the hull. The metal was stronger than anything they had encountered, yet it responded. Lights flickered along the ship's surface as if acknowledging their presence. A low hum began, vibrating through the water, deep and powerful. It was alive, or at least something inside it was. Dr. Vargas felt a shiver. It's responding to us, she said. It's not just metal. There's intelligence here. The tension on the Odyssey grew. Captain Malik knew they were at a turning point. This was no ordinary discovery. This was a secret humanity had never known, a secret that could change the course of history. Yet the warning remained, do not awaken what sleeps. That night, as the crew gathered in the observation deck, the ocean around them seemed darker, heavier. Outside, the waves moved quietly, almost reverently, as if respecting the ancient warships below. Captain Malik spoke softly to the crew. We've found something incredible, something beyond our understanding. But we must be careful. History shows that some secrets are dangerous for a reason. Whatever lies in these ships, it has waited a long time. We need to ask ourselves if we are ready to wake it. But the temptation was too strong. Humanity was curious, bold, and determined. They had faced countless challenges on Earth and beyond, and they had always adapted. Dr. Vargas and the team began planning their next move: how to explore the interior of the warship, how to unlock its secrets, and how to survive whatever they might find. As the Odyssey drifted above the massive fleet, a faint pulse began to echo from the ships. The lights along their hulls blinked rhythmically, almost like a heartbeat. No one knew why the ships were here, why they were buried beneath the oceans, or who had built them. But one thing was certain: humanity had just uncovered a secret older than any empire, and the world would never be the same again. And far below, in the silent darkness, something ancient stirred. The ocean was still, but the warships beneath it were no longer silent. The crew of the Odyssey stared at their screens, hearts pounding. The robotic arms of the exploration pod had tapped the largest ship, and now something inside responded. A low hum grew louder, vibrating through the water, through the submersible, and even into their bones. Dr. Elena Vargas leaned closer to the monitor. "It's reacting to us. Something inside is waking up." Her voice was barely a whisper, but everyone heard it. Captain Rajan Malik ran a hand through his hair. "We need to be careful. We don't know what's inside, or if it's friendly." But curiosity had already taken control. The team had to know what secrets the ancient ships held. They sent the pod closer to the main hatch. The surface of the ship shimmered faintly, as if alive. Strange symbols shifted in the faint light, forming patterns no one could understand. Suddenly, the ship's enormous doors began to open. The crew gasped. No one had touched a button or given any command, yet the metal groaned and moved like it had a mind of its own. A bright light spilled into the darkness of the ocean floor, revealing the hull's incredible size and detail. Inside the ship, the pod cameras showed long corridors lined with strange machines, glowing softly. Panels of light blinked in rhythm, like a heartbeat. Then, without warning, the pod's sensors detected movement. Something, or someone, was inside. Dr. Vargas shook her head. It's not empty. There's intelligence here. It might be alive." The crew debated. Should they send a human inside, or continue with drones? The risk was enormous. The unknown was dangerous, but the pull of discovery was stronger. Finally, they made the choice. Captain Malik would enter, accompanied by a small team of engineers. They suited up in the advanced submersible suits designed for deep ocean exploration. Their suits glowed faintly, illuminating the water around them as they descended into the open hatch. The moment they entered, the ship reacted. Lights flowed along the walls like liquid, and soft hums echoed through the corridors. It felt alive, aware of their presence. Suddenly, words appeared in front of their eyes, projected in light. "You are not ready, but you are here. Choose wisely." The team froze. The message was clear and simple, yet its meaning was impossible to guess. Was it a warning? A test? Or something else entirely? Dr. Vargas whispered into her calm. "It's communicating. But I don't understand the language fully. It's ancient, older than human memory." As they ventured deeper, the hum grew louder. Machines that had not been touched in millions of years activated around them. Panels slid open, showing glowing energy cores. Pipes vibrated as if carrying some unknown power. The team realized the ship was not just a war machine, it was a vessel of knowledge, of technology far beyond anything humans had today. Suddenly, alarms blared in the submersible suits. The ship had reacted violently to their presence. Energy pulses shot through the corridors, and the water around them shimmered. Something huge stirred inside the vessel. Captain Malik gritted his teeth. "We didn't just wake a machine. We woke something alive. Something intelligent." The ship then projected a massive holographic map of the galaxy, highlighting thousands of stars and planets. Lines connected them, as if tracing old routes of battles, conquests, and empires long forgotten. At the center of the map, Earth glowed brighter than any other planet. Dr. Vargas stared in shock. It's showing U.S. history. Ancient wars, And we're part of it. The team realized humanity was not just discovering an old ship. They were uncovering a hidden legacy, a connection to wars fought long before any human civilization existed. And the pulse of the ship seemed to call to them, urging them to awaken more. But before they could understand more, a deep, rumbling vibration shook the corridors. A massive energy surge raced through the ship, and the lights flickered violently. The crew was thrown to the ground. Captain Malik shouted over the roar. "It's alive! And it's not happy we're here." The ship's doors began to close behind them. Something was moving deeper inside, something enormous. And from the darkness came a low, resonant hum, like the voice of a giant. It seemed to speak directly into their minds. "Humans, why have you awakened me?" The team froze. They had crossed a line. The warning from the first hatch was real, and now they were face to face with it. Whatever lay in the depths of the warship, it was aware, and it was watching. Captain Malik whispered, "We've just scratched the surface. Whatever this is, it's bigger than us. And it's awake." The ocean around them felt heavier. Outside, the other ships in the hidden fleet pulsed faintly, as if waiting. Humanity had unlocked a secret that was never meant to be disturbed. And far below, in the deepest chamber of the warship, something stirred, preparing to show its power. The crew realized one thing: they had just begun a journey that would change the fate of Earth, and the galaxy, forever. The ocean was quiet again, but the Odyssey crew knew the silence was dangerous. The massive warship they had awakened pulsed with energy, and strange signals radiated from it, reaching far beyond Earth. Scientists watched in shock as their instruments picked up something impossible: an approaching fleet of alien ships. Dr. Elena Vargas stared at the screen. "They're coming. They've detected the signal." Her voice trembled with fear. "We're not alone, and they know we've awakened something." Captain Rajan Malik tightened his grip on the console. "Prepare for anything. We don't know if they are hostile, or if they are curious." The first ships appeared on radar like dark shadows against the stars. They were enormous, faster than any human craft, and unlike anything humans had built. Their shapes were alien, sharp and geometric, glowing faintly with energy that seemed alive. The fleet moved in perfect formation, heading straight for Earth. On the observation deck, the crew felt a mix of awe and terror. "They're massive," whispered Engineer Lila Chin. "If they attack, we won't survive, not without those warships below." But Captain Malik noticed something unusual. The alien fleet was not firing weapons. Instead, they were scanning, probing, as if searching for a specific signal. The awakened warship had sent a beacon, and the aliens had followed it across the galaxy. Suddenly, a massive shadow appeared in orbit. The flagship of the alien fleet hovered above Earth, dwarfing even the largest human satellites. A deep, resonant voice echoed across all communication channels, though no human had sent a signal. "Humans of Earth, you have awoken what was never meant to rise. Explain yourselves." The crew exchanged nervous glances. This was not a simple encounter. These beings knew more than humans could imagine. They spoke as if Earth had a role in an ancient war humanity had never been told about. Dr. Vargas stepped forward. They know about the warships. They know about us." Captain Malik nodded grimly. "Then we have to show them we are not weak. We have to be smart." The aliens demanded the deactivation of the warships, warning of consequences if humanity refused. But Malik and the team refused. These ships were humanity's secret legacy, a treasure buried for millions of years. To surrender them now would mean losing not just technology, but the power to defend Earth. The first probes from the alien fleet arrived near the ocean surface. They scanned and analyzed the awakened ship, but human scientists used the ship's advanced systems to interfere, blocking the scans. For the first time, humans realized the warships responded not only to them, but to human ingenuity itself. Dr. Vargas felt a spark of hope. They respond to us. Maybe they are waiting for us to guide them. Maybe they are ours. Tension rose as the alien fleet communicated again. Your time has come, inheritors of the old war. Decide wisely, or face destruction. The words hung in the air like a storm warning. Humanity's existence was being challenged by beings older and stronger than any humans had imagined. But the warships below the ocean pulsed with energy, as if sensing the threat. It was as if they were waiting for a signal, from humans, to rise fully. Captain Malik knew they had only one choice. We can't run. We can't surrender. If they attack, we fight. And we fight smart. Humanity has survived everything the universe threw at us. This time, we are not alone, but we are ready. The crew prepared for the first battle of this new era. Deep below, the massive warships shifted, lighting up the ocean floor. Energy beams and shields flickered to life, responding to human commands. Humans had awakened something ancient, powerful, and sentient, and the aliens were about to see what humanity was capable of. And then, as the fleet approached closer, a sudden alert flashed on the screens. One of the human warships, the largest of them all, disappeared from the monitoring system. A strange energy signature emerged, moving toward the alien flagship. The crew held their breath, unsure if it was a trap, or humanity's first strike. The ocean seemed to pulse with anticipation. Humanity had stepped into a war far older than civilization itself. And for the first time, the galaxy would see what humans could do. Captain Malik whispered. This is only the beginning. They think we are weak. They will soon learn. They are wrong. The stage was set. Humanity had made contact, and the battle for survival and dominance was about to begin. The world watched nervously as the alien fleet hovered above the oceans. Their ships were enormous, perfectly organized, and far more advanced than anything humans had built. Yet, deep below the waves, the ancient warships stirred, waiting for their moment. Humanity had awakened a power older than empires, and now it was time to use it. Captain Rajan Malik stood on the bridge of the Odyssey, staring at the massive display screens. It's time, he said, his voice steady. We either fight now or we disappear. Dr. Elena Vargas nodded, her eyes fixed on the glowing map of the ancient fleet. The warships respond to us. They aren't just machines. They think. They act. They follow our commands. With careful precision, the crew activated the first warship. Energy flowed through its ancient systems, lights blinking in sequence along its massive hull. As the ship rose from the ocean floor, it broke through the surface like a giant rising from the deep. Humanity had never seen anything like it. The aliens reacted immediately. Their probes scanned the warship, but the ancient technology was too advanced, too alien for them to fully understand. Then, without warning, the first human warship launched a pulse of energy that disabled several alien drones above the ocean. Engineer Lila Chin let out a relieved laugh. It works. They respond to our commands, and our tactics. Captain Malik issued the next order. Target their formation. Show them what humans are capable of. The battle began. Human warships, once buried and forgotten, moved with precision. Energy beams cut through the water, breaking alien defenses. The aliens were surprised. Humanity's technology was old, yes, but it was clever, adaptive, and dangerous. The humans had the advantage of creativity, intuition, and unpredictability, qualities the alien fleet could not anticipate. Dr. Vargas watched in awe. They're learning from us. The warships, they're adapting to our strategies. They are alive, in a way we didn't understand before. The first skirmish ended with several alien drones destroyed and the main fleet forced to reposition. Humanity had struck the first blow, and it was devastating. But victory was short-lived. The missing warship, the largest of them all, reappeared in an unexpected location, moving independently. Its energy signature was different, brighter, and more powerful. Captain Malik realized it had found a weak point in the alien fleet. Prepare to follow it, he commanded. It knows what to do. The humans watched as the massive warship surged forward, breaking through enemy lines with speed and precision no one thought possible. The other warships followed, responding instinctively to the movements of their leader. Humanity was no longer just defending, they were taking control of the battlefield. Yet, the aliens were not defeated. From the flagship, a massive energy wave surged toward the ocean, threatening to destroy everything in its path. The humans scrambled, using the warship's advanced shields to protect themselves. The water boiled and churned as beams of energy collided with the shields. Engineer Chen shouted over the chaos, "The shields are holding, but only just. We need more power." Dr. Vargas realized the solution. "We have it, the ships are connected. If we synchronize their energy cores, we can amplify the shields and weapons." Captain Malik made the decision. "Do it. Every ship, every crew member, focus. Humanity fights as one." A blinding light filled the ocean as the warships synchronized, energy flowing between them like a living network. The shields strengthened, weapons fired with unprecedented power, and the alien fleet staggered under the force. Humanity's ingenuity, combined with the ancient technology, turned the tide of battle. But in the chaos, one massive alien cruiser disappeared. Sensors could not track it. A strange, dark energy signature appeared near Earth's orbit. Something had gone wrong, or perhaps, something new was about to arrive. Captain Malik clenched his fists. "We've won the first round, but this war is far from over. Whatever that is, it's coming." The crew realized one thing: the ancient warships had awakened, and humanity had proven its strength. But the galaxy was vast, and the threats were only beginning. The aliens had underestimated humans, and humanity had only begun to show what they could do. Dr. Vargas looked out over the ocean, glowing with the energy of the warships. "We are not weak. We are not alone. And the universe will soon remember humanity." The first battle had been won. But far above the ocean, in the darkness of space, something watched. Something ancient and powerful. The war was just beginning, and humanity would have to rise higher, fight smarter, and embrace the legacy that had been hidden for millennia. The ocean was calm again, but the air above it buzzed with tension. Humanity had proven its strength, striking back against the alien fleet with the awakened warships. Yet one question remained unanswered: why were these ships here, buried for millions of years, and who had built them? Captain Rajan Malik stood on the bridge of the Odyssey, watching the energy pulses of the warships beneath the waves. "We've fought, we've survived, but we need answers. Why did humanity inherit this power?" Dr. Elena Vargas nodded, her eyes scanning the data. "There's something in the largest warship. Something hidden. Something we haven't found yet." The crew prepared to enter the massive vessel one final time. As they descended into the hull, the warship's lights shifted, revealing a hidden chamber deep in its core. The walls were engraved with symbols and images depicting humans fighting alongside other beings, not in this galaxy, but in a galaxy long forgotten. Dr. Vargas whispered, awe in her voice. These are ancient humans. Humans who fought wars across the stars, millions of years ago." The chamber opened to reveal a massive holographic map of the universe. Points of light represented planets, civilizations, and fleets. And at the center of it all, Earth glowed brighter than ever. A deep voice resonated through the chamber, neither human nor alien, but ancient. "Humans of this age, you have awakened what we left behind. You are the inheritors of a legacy older than your empires. The galaxy will soon remember your power." Captain Malik stepped forward. Who are you?" The voice replied, calm and commanding. "We are the architects of the warships. We fought alongside your ancestors in battles that shaped the universe. We hid this fleet to protect the future. And now, the time has come for humanity to rise." The crew realized the truth. Humanity had not been alone in the past. The warships were gifts, tools of survival, designed to awaken when humans were ready. They had been buried to protect both Earth and the galaxy from forces far older and more dangerous than any human could imagine. Dr. Vargas's eyes widened. "We're not just survivors. We're guardians. These ships, they're ours. They respond to us because we were always meant to inherit them. Captain Malik felt a surge of pride. Then it's our duty. We will defend Earth, we will explore the stars, and we will honor this legacy. As they returned to the ocean's surface, the other warships rose as one, forming a protective shield around Earth. The alien fleet, still nearby, watched in awe. They had underestimated humanity, and now they saw what humans could do when their full potential was unleashed. The missing alien cruiser from the previous battle appeared again, this time observing from a distance. Its presence was a warning, but humanity was ready. The warships pulsed with energy, alive and aware, ready for whatever challenge came next. On the observation deck of the Odyssey, Captain Malik spoke to his crew. We've discovered who we are. We've fought and survived. And now, humanity has a place among the stars, not as prey, but as protectors, as warriors, as a legacy that cannot be ignored. Dr. Vargas smiled, looking at the glowing fleet. The galaxy will remember humanity, not as weak, not as small, but as powerful, clever, and unstoppable. Far below, in the silent depths of the ocean, the warships waited for the next command. And far above, the stars stretched endlessly, full of new worlds, new civilizations, and new battles. Humanity had unlocked its past, and now it would shape the future. The voice from the warship spoke one last time. Rise, humans. The universe awaits. Your legacy begins now. The Earth shone brighter than ever that night, not because of lights or cities, but because humanity had awakened its true power. The ancient warships, guardians of a hidden legacy, stood ready, and the galaxy would never forget the day humans unveiled their secret. Humanity had inherited a force older than empires, and it was unstoppable.